Alright. Define?
Oh yeah, never answered that question though.
About what?
The snake's attack is poisonous, but is the meat poisonous? Because I don't know of many snakes that their meat is actually poisonous. That's usually frogs.
Yeah, no, let's not go with that. Yeah, it's
Let's just say it was
fine.
very poisonous.
Or yeah, okay, yeah, let's just
What?
yeah. Let's just say that it was very poisonous, this particular one.
Okay.
Yeah.
No snake meat for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
That's perfectly dang fine with me because I want to itch really, really badly right now.
Honestly, snake tastes pretty good, especially a rattlesnake.
Can we not? Because I'm pretty sure one of
There's very
those
much
got
meat on it,
close.
There's
Get a really
not.
big one.
There's not, but it's still pretty good.
Hey, Keelan,
Uh-huh.
Just so we can get all the bones out.
Lollipop's bang a stank.
Aww.
She looks like a shaved rat for a hair.
Aww. Is she having allergies again?
Yeah.
Oof. Alright. So, you all have fought very bravely. There's a horribly ugly snake corpse right there.
Is there a taxidermist nearby?
No, there is not.
Damn.
You would make me describe that. You would.
What?
So, y'all are kind
Gotta
of
get war trophies somehow.
recovering from the
Gotta
battle
take
a
one
little
of the-
bit. And the head is nowhere to be found because it went flying. So, yeah, what do y'all do? Y'all are probably about 200
Are we,
yards from the cave at this point.
Kind of forested area or no?
In a marsh.
Okay, so now, I would
say we head on to the caves.
Oh, sorry, Chippy
All
Bell.
right. Yeah, that sounds reasonable to me. If this was ever a character of actual intelligence, she would recommend something, but this is Galahad.
Galahad, who's supposed to be better with a bow than he is with his intelligence, and he doesn't seem to be much better for one fight. Maybe the journey got a little bit much to him.
To be fair, he's been on the water for how long?
Yeah, for about a month and a half. So yeah.
I mean, he's only been on land for a day.
Sea brain.
And he's only been on land a day.
Not even. He's been on
Not
land
even
for
a day.
about like 4 hours now. Alright, so is Miri in agreement? We're heading off to the cave?
So at this point, you're actually lucky that Galahad is still walking. And isn't still laying on that pier until he feels comfortable walking.
Yeah.
Yes, Miri's
God, you should
in
have him.
agreement going in the cave.
We're
Honestly,
headed to the cave.
now that I'm thinking about it, that would have been a perfect opportunity to have my character making constant dex saves, just to make sure he doesn't trip over his own feet.
Yeah,
If
but he's got
Galahad
it now.
If Galahad does happen to pass out on the waves to the caves, I will not hesitate to have Fennel heft him like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, I expect nothing less.
Okay, Chabby, did you see the sketch that Brad did?
Yeah.
My
I don't know
favorite
if that's what he looks like, but that's what I thought of.
my favorite part is the skeleton of the fish on his head.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, Brad, what if you did an animation on that?
I would, but I'm already trying to make a map, and I do not have the time.
This is true. Alright. So y'all are heading off to the cave. Y'all walk for a while. What are y'all doing while y'all are walking?
Fennel has taken up whistling yet again, an old song.
Alright. So she's a whistling. Mary is.
It's a,
Oh.
The march.
Once again, chattering non-stop, mostly about the battle and how it went. And she was like, "Did you see me? Did you see me?" I went like, boom.
Fennel reaches over and pats Miri on the head in approval.
And what is Galahad doing in this mess? Is he behind? Is he in front? Is he walking with the party?
Suddenly turns narcoleptic and passes out. No, I'm not actually gonna have that happen.
I was about to say, I don't think that would be very safe for a warrior, for a clandestine agent.
But nobody would ever suspect a guy that randomly passes out.
Yeah, but if he randomly passes out, then he can't really, like, be a spy very well.
It's okay.
But nobody would suspect the one that randomly passes out of being has been a spy.
Of course.
So
So?
be perfect. He's still gonna be keeping a bit of distance.
It's alright if he passed out. Miri has experience carrying dead weight.
Oh no!
So does.
Oh!
No, Fennel doesn't, but she's strong enough to.
Oh! Oh, that hurts. But not bad enough. You're gonna keep going.
Did I tell you there's a barbarian dragonborn in my other party who couldn't open a chest with a great axe? And then the warlock kicked the chest and took a full D8 of damage because he got a nat 1 and stubbed his toe.
Oh, no.
So it was a D8 plus crit, so he took 12.
That's amazing.
And then he used fucking what was it?
Ah.
Eldritch Blast on it. And then after he went to go pick up my character, my vampire paladin's cloak for her, he found the key for the chest that he just blew it and its entire contents into small enough bits that it was all worthless.
Wild.
Don't make me tell y'all about the time Mask had us go through this ridiculous maze, and I went through it painstakingly navigating, and then it turned out that all the walls...
Next time we're in a tavern, I'm gonna do a perception check on the glasses.
Okay. So that's what y'all are doing.
And if that doesn't go nowhere, I'll do a history check.
So y'all are heading there. I'm sorry?
Sorry, I'm talking to my dad. He just delivered me new food.
I was about to say, I don't know where you're going with that word, but that's not safe for bread.
No, I don't know.
I was about to say, I don't know what you and your dad are into, but okay.
Look, man, it's 10 o'clock at night. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. I can't think. I saw food and got excited.
Alright, so y'all are heading.
I was trying to say nuggets and food at the same time.
Yeah, fair enough. So y'all are heading down the path, and y'all know that y'all are kind of getting close. Fennel and Galahad, I feel in particular, would be kind of keeping an eye out on how many yards. And y'all hear someone kind of walking just off again to your left. And they're not really being stealthy about it or anything. They're just kind of walking. What do y'all
Galahad
do?
immediately draws his bow and knocks an arrow.
Are
Alright.
the birds still singing?
The birds are indeed still singing.
Galahad still draws his bow and knocks an arrow.
Fennel calls out again. Friend or foe, show yourself.
Alright, and what does Miri do?
Probably still just chattering. She doesn't care.
So the figure is walking up, and you hear this almost a familiar voice to Fennel. Almost. And she's like, friend, don't shoot, I'm sorry just trying to get to the path,
What's
and
that? Shoot.
approaches the group from the left.
Fennel takes a hand axe out, not her great axe, a smaller axe, but she just kind of is casually holding. She's not ready at attack, but she could be at any. Just think.
Okay.
She does gesture for Galahad to chill, though.
And chill. And Mary? Still chattering?
She probably stopped, looked at the other two, and then, like, hurriedly pulled out, like, a dagger to still, like, kind of be with the group.
And does Galahad chill?
Very slightly draws back on the string.
Okay. So... Fennel, as this person comes closer, Fennel recognizes a friend from afar who has chestnut hair, hazel eyes, remind me, how tall is Mary?
5'8".
Just a little shorter than the tiefling at her side, and is dressed in a little bit unusual wear for this person, who Fennel recognizes as Ayla. She is wearing, well, not vines and the things that a druid normally would wear, because I am grasping at straws at this moment. Not her usual leathers and things like that. And her hands are kind of up in a thing, and she does not recognize y'all. What
Fennel
do you do?
immediately puts her axe away and gestures to the other two to do the same. And calls out, Alia? Alia, is that you?
Okay, and the other two?
Miri is gonna go ahead and put her dagger away and kind of just stand confused.
Okay. And Galahad?
And
Going to remain at the ready with the arrow knocked.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm
Fennel
doing
calls
this
her.
right. Sorry.
It's okay, but just Fennel would call out again. Alia, where have you been? You haven't been to the woods in a long time. It's been
Yeah.
a week.
Yeah, it's been about 4 days. 4 days, yeah. About 4 days.
It's been 4 days. It's been a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. Yeah, so
That's been months. It's only been 2 days.
So hearing that, she goes, Alia, it's been almost a week. I haven't seen hide nor hair. Are you alright?
So Alia comes a little closer, and she looks a little bit bewildered, and she's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, me. Kind of hit my head a little bit, and yeah, her clothes look a little bit disheveled, and she's like, but yeah, fine, just out here doing things."
I'm not doing a thing.
What are you gonna do?
I figure out what the thing was gonna have to. I guess it'd be a perception check.
Roll one.
14, and I was trying to see if there was any sign that the person actually did fall and hit their head.
Okay. Galahad stays where he is at, but he kind of focuses his sight, and he's looking. He notices that the clothing that this person is wearing is a little bit muddied, possibly signs of blood? Possibly? And can't really tell if there's like any other noticeable wounds. Just notices that there's a pack, and that their head at least their hair looks fine. Not too sure about the head, though. So, yeah.
Your mother. Fennel calls out.
Your mother?
Didn't you say something in Alia's past? Her mother is
Been dead for, like, 20 years?
This is a check. This is a...
Oh. My mom? Yeah? What about her?
How is
She's dead. Why are you asking?
I'm sorry. I've been on my toes. I had to make sure it was you.
It's alright. We're in the marsh. I mean, lots of nasty things afoot.
Yes, we fought off a giant snake not 5 minutes ago.
Oh. Take it that nice big battle axe finished it off.
These are my new friends. This here is Miri, and that's Galahad, and his dog.
Has
Rita.
Galahad introduced himself by name yet?
No.
There you go.
Never mind. And that's
That's a ranger and a wolf.
and a wolf.
That's following us around, basically.
Galahad's gonna go ahead and just make a slight head gesture towards Romulus and tell him in Elvish to move toward the left. Kind of an encircling type thing.
Fennel makes note of this.
Yeah.
Fennel will remember that.
He draws an axe.
But the question is, does everyone dislike that? That is a Fallout reference. Thank you very much.
She said she got a head injury, right?
Yeah, but 1 second. So Romulus flicks his ears. Yeah, Romulus flicks his ears at as a sign that he heard his master, and he kind of wanders casually off to the left a little bit, lifts his leg, does his business, trying to act casual, but at the same time doing what his master asked.
Oh, right, and to kind of go along with that, Galahad's going to go ahead and loosen up on the bow.
Alright, then. Okay. So, yeah, she said that she kind of hit her head.
Alia, come over here. I might have something to pack, unless, is there either of you know healing?
Alia's a little bit cautious, mainly of Fennel's companions, but moves a little closer anyway. Gets
Fennel's
to
what?
Fennel's companions.
Oh.
I mean, y'all are essentially companions. But she maintains a respectable social distance of 6 feet.
Miri is gonna go ahead and be like, "Oh, hi. I think you said you got hurt. Do you want me to take a look at that?"
Oh, you know healing spells. Yes. Look at her.
Perhaps. I have a med kit on me.
Ayla just kind of smiles and is just like, "Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. I summoned some berries earlier and ate one. I am perfectly fine. You know I can take care of myself."
Fennel frowned, flashing back to all of the dangers she took out while Alia remained unknowledgeable.
Just blissfully unaware.
Yeah. Yeah. He says, "Why don't you at least let her take a look at that? You said you hit your head. You might be whether you're really injured or not."
Alia looks like she wants to argue, but she kind of looks back at Galahad and looks over at Romulus, who hasn't really disguised himself. Just, a little cautious, and she hesitantly nods and looks a little bit concerned, possibly because this is a complete stranger looking at her head.
Miri's gonna go ahead and just chatter about anything and everything once again, just kind of not really. She's not oblivious to how Ollie is feeling, but more so she just doesn't want to come off as threatening, and I'm gonna go and make a medicine check to check on her.
Yeah, I was about to
I'm
say.
pretty sure Galahad is already doing that enough.
That was not good. I got a 9.
Ooh, do you have a
Child.
modifier?
That was with my modifier.
Oh.
I rolled a 5.
This is gonna hurt.
So, Miri gets close to Alia, who kind of bends her knees a little bit, even though the tiefling's taller than her, just to give her a little bit of a better look. And she's still very cautious. And Miri is just chattering away and just kind of looking through her hair and is finding that there's some blood. Doesn't know where it's coming from, but the head looks fine. There's no head wound. That she can see. That she can see, I should add.
Okay. Miri's like going through her hair and is like, oh, how do you know Fennel? She seems lovely. I love her fur color and she's super cool with an axe.
Alia's just
and she's gonna, finish up in Alia's hair and be like, looks fine to me.
Alia just is like, oh, well, you know, we just kind of came across each other in the woods one day, just as normal people do.
She often wanders the woods where I live.
Yep.
I watch her from afar to bears.
Yep. And then Alia asked, are you finding anything? Am I good? I meant to Miri. Yeah.
Looks fine to me. There's a little bit of blood, but honestly, I don't know where it's coming from, so.
I'm just thinking
I'll probably
about
be
that
fine.
pose.
I can heal you if you want me to, but I don't see any like actual wound.
Alia just kind of shakes her head and kind of backs up a little bit. Nah, I'm fine. Honest.
Do you want us to walk you back to town?
Alia just kind of looks at Fennel and still looking a little almost cautious, and she shakes her head a little bit and she's like, no, I can make it. Y'all look a bit busy.
It's nothing. It's no trouble, really. We could go there and back. Not at all, but hesitant to let you go off. We don't know where you've been the past days.
Alia. Yeah. Alia just kind of smiles, shakes her head, and just doing her best to kind of persuade. And she's like, no, really, I'm fine. I can make it there on my own. Just been on a bit of a information gathering trip, that's all.
Mira's gonna pipe up and be like, ooh, what kind of information? I'm trying to learn everything I can about where I am because I honestly don't have any clue what's going on. Did you know there's like no quicksand around here?
Alia is just looking a little bit, oh, wow, okay, woo! Talkie, right? And she's like, oh, just trying to figure out more about the portals and things in this area, some transplants and whatnot from other realms. Quicksand, no. Marsh pits and things lurking in them, yes. And then she looks at Fennel and she's like, honestly, I'm fine. Y'all look really busy. I will chat with you later.
Alright, but if you come into any trouble, back immediately. We'll be heading to... You know.
Okay, you kind of cut out
I
just a
heard
little
heading,
bit.
and then you know.
Yeah.
It was, I said, and I'll say it in my normal voice again. It was, alright, but if you run into any trouble, we're heading to the caves, you know which one.
You could not which for me.
Which one, I think, is what she said, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I said, we're heading to the caves, you know which one.
Yeah.
There aren't many, I'm assuming there aren't that many caves in this direction. There's like,
Not too terribly many, no.
That whole time I was tempted to do a thing.
I mean, okay, what's your thing?
Could still technically do that.
Go on ahead.
It would take the situation from a 0 to a 20 really.
Uh,
So are you sure?
would this be one of those times we discuss with the party first, or?
Pretty much.
Okay, go right on
You're
ahead.
gonna give us a clue as to what you want to do?
Oh, I have the cantrip Mind Sliver.
which does...
You drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you see within range.
Ah.
Basically, I cause a lot of mental.
Why does it
disorienting
say
pain.
archived?
I have no fucking idea.
I don't think that's the smartest thing to do in this situation.
I also don't...
Yeah, look at my character's intelligence, though.
Yeah, that's bad. The question is, because Alia is an elf, is this one of those things where she's immune to being charmed?
It's not a charm; it's an actual attack. She has advantage on saves against being charmed,
So,
but Mind Sliver is not a charm.
So essentially, you're looking to damage this person.
Yeah, it deals psychic damage. But it would also, again, disorient the individual.
Okay, so damage the individual.
With 1d6 of psychic damage if they fail their saving throw.
I should warn you, if he attacks Alia, Fennel will attack him.
Can I just cut in real quick?
Okay.
Can I, Keelan, I'm asking you this. Can I just have Miri be like, alright, see you on your way, and then kind of look at everyone else and, like, I'm pretty good with, persuasion. Can I, like, convince everyone to leave her alone?
Yeah, you can. I'm staying out of this one simply because I'm the DM on this. So, whatever y'all want to do on this. So, if you want to do that, go for it. You're going to have to roll a persuasion check.
Okay. And then, I don't remember exactly what everyone rolls against, but...
I mean, okay, Fennel's all for your side, so you don't have to convince her.
That is a 22.
I don't think they can roll against anything to get out of that. Can they? Chavi? Chavi?
I'm just asking them to, like, kind of leave it alone, really.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, okay, we'll see you later, right, guys? Sort of a thing.
Alright
Yeah.
then.
I don't think... I mean, what would y'all roll against? I mean, specifically, what would Galahad roll against? Because it seems like...
Basically, Galahad at this point, not being the smartest, her running off with mostly instinct, so... If he did any kind of roll, it would be for wisdom. But she's got in spades. But not gonna make a roll, I only said tempted to.
Right.
But Galahad's gonna go ahead and abstain from doing that.
Alright.
All things considered, considering he knows nothing about the people here. He just felt that the way she was behaving was a little odd.
As they turn back towards the caves, Fennel's gonna say to herself, loud enough for the others to hear. She seemed to be acting rather odd. I hope she's alright.
Okay. So Alia just kind of waves at everyone, and just kind of wanders back in the direction of Penella Pass. sticking to the path, but also giving Galahad a wide berth, simply because she saw that. He was really a little bit weird, so she's going, and she's gone, and then Fennel says that. Alright. So, Fennel notices as well that, actually, no. Everyone roll a perception check.
I got a 10.
Is that
That
with
would be-
modifier?
I don't have modifier on perception. I don't.
Oof. Let's see.
I
Perception.
mean, what is it? What?
It's
what,
a
what-
wisdom thing.
Oh, never
I
mind,
got
I
a 13.
I have an 11.
However, this is one of those ones that will rarely match your wisdom modifier, because I have a wisdom modifier +2, but my perception is +4. Which puts me at 14. But that is not... Oh, I add my proficiency bonus to that. Because I'm proficient, because, you see... I'm proficient in the perception skill, so 16.
16. Okay. So, despite Fennel questioning that about her friend Alia, they push onwards anyway, getting off the path now, which honestly, it's not really been that much of a path. Like, Fennel knows it's supposed to be there, but it's been raining quite a bit. It's kind of washed away, so everyone's just kind of been following Fennel because she kind of knows where it is.
A path or a game trail?
It's supposed to be a path. It is supposed to be a path. It's not a game trail. It's what people walk on, but it's not very placed down very well, not very stable. Lots of things wash it away, and then people come back and try to fix it, but it's never permanent at this point. So, Fennel leads the party down towards the cave, and they keep walking. Miri is doing what while they're walking?
Probably still chattering. She's probably talking about how strange Alia was.
And potentially about the marsh pits, too.
Oh yeah, she definitely wants to know what's up with those marsh pits. Something about creatures being underneath them. Are they very similar to what she's grown up with? You know,
Yeah.
does the ground just eat you, or does it kind of just suck you down a bit?
Is it kind of similar to what she kind of fell butt first in? Just only 3 days ago?
Leave, Fennel cuts in to Miri's chattering with, if you leave a stick of butter stuck in a bog for over 100 years, you can pull it out. Still use it on a loaf of bread.
Miri looks at Fennel and says, I don't think that's how that works. It is so.
My stomach is curling. My stomach is curling at that thought of my precious Kerrygold being in a bog for 100 years. My poor babies. They belong in my coffee, not in a bog. Anyway.
You
So-
can stick pretty much anything in a bog, and it'll keep it perfectly preserved for however long you leave it there. It's an airtight.
You should probably have it in a wrapper, though.
Yeah, no, in a
Yeah.
wrapper, obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously, if we're
that
tossing
documentary?
food in a bog, yeah, you gotta have it wrapped. Duh, what was I
my-
thinking?
They still don't eat the bog butter.
Fennel tried it once, it was nasty. She's trying to prank him. But
Oh
it's
my
more of you
god.
can stick something, like a sandal made out of wood.
It's
into
one
a
of
bog.
those things where you can doesn't mean you should.
Exactly. But Fennel's been alone for 100 years living in a tree. Do you think she got a little bored?
I mean, I feel like that would be something that maybe Fennel rolls a persuasion check on to see if Mary believes it.
You convinced them to try bog butter.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I'm rolling.
Roll!
You rolled a 10, but I've got a -3.
Oh, definitely.
They don't believe it. So Mary's like, I don't think that's how that works.
Modifier for your charisma.
Oh no.
Negative.
So while Galahad is actually, what's Galahad's reaction to that as they're walking?
I've honestly eaten worse.
Okay then. As Galahad says that and is possibly thinking, how did he get in this mess with these people? He's looking at the ground and he notices that there's some footprints, some shoe prints of the woman Alia, and it looks as though she came from the cave that y'all have just now seen. He makes a note of it, and as the party reaches the cave, what do they do?
We all have dark vision here, right?
I believe I do.
I'm pretty sure the only race that doesn't have dark vision is humans.
Okay, so everyone
I
has dark
think-
vision.
well.
Hang
One
on.
of the only races anyway, but yes, elves have dark vision as well.
Yeah, let me see here.
Okay. Just making sure.
Vision for
Double.
Firbolg is low light vision.
I have low light. Okay.
How far can you see with that, though? Let me look this up real quick.
The base is usually 60 feet.
Lightly obscured. Well, this is no help. I just want to see why would you want to know how... Huh?
I'd say let's just go with the standard, which is 60 feet.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Hide and try to hide.
Low light vision 40.
40 feet?
40? Alright.
Let's see. It's a character with low light vision 40 feet as normal light and another 40 feet or 80 feet total as dim light.
So she can see up to 80 feet? With...
Yes.
I think it's... Is it
As long
disadvantage?
as it's not pitch black.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I just read something dim light. If you can see in dim light, something about disadvantage on perception checks. But I don't know. We'll just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So all of y'all can see, and because y'all are special, and y'all are at the entrance of this cave. It is just a little bit jutted out. Nice little opening. It's about 6.5 feet tall, and probably about 15 feet wide. It's a decent sized opening. So what do y'all do?
Well, I roll perception. Start nearby.
You see, this is a situation where Eva would do the exact opposite of what Galahad would do and start a fire at the mouth of the cave to smoke whatever's inside out.
Oh, really? But where's
Yeah.
the fun in that?
Eva being much more cautious than Galahad, believe it or not, and far more intelligent about everything that she does. And she usually comes to the conclusion that fire is the best option in some way, shape, or form. And she's normally right.
Well, I just rolled perception. I got an.
I
You got a what?
Anything that I can see.
What did you get?
Got my 8.
Oh.
An 8?
18.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I was
I
about
heard
to say,
8.
yeah, I was like, you can't
Like,
see
you
anything.
see a damn thing.
Okay. So, Fennel kind of braces her hand up on the top of that little jutted out archway, and she peers inside, her hand on a hand axe kind of at her waist, and she's peering in, and she sees a tunnel that goes back for probably about 20 feet. It's got nothing in it. As she's looking at the ground, she sees a mirage of different animal footprints. She sees
A mirage or myriad?
yes, that word.
Alright.
I thought about it, and then my brain said something. My mouth said what different than my brain, so just roll with it.
No.
She sees a single, large, what she knows is like crocodile, claw prints just heaving its way in the sliding of the belly, and she also sees good amount of little footprints that she's pretty sure are rats. And she sees that 20-foot tunnel has no enemies in it, nothing, and it's just it leads to a nice big room that she can't quite see that far to see. But she also hears lots of little chittering. What does she do?
Probably something dumb. So let's see this. I'm going to say she uses.
Can I take that back for a minute? I forgot one detail.
Yeah.
She also sees human footprints, or footprints of, like, the
ones that Galahad
made. She saw that. She sees that too.
So
but where the other ones are going in, and some of them came out, those are strictly. She sees 2 sets. I take it back, 2 sets. She sees one coming in, but a different set coming out, and the one that's coming out is the same one that Galahad saw. There we go. Now you may go. Sorry.
Should have done the mind stunner.
Shut up. Anyway.
First of all, he looks at the other 2. Then she says, I think I'm gonna go scout out the situation. We'll see what it is. I'll yell if I need help. Can you wait here at the mouth of the cave?
No.
Mary very quickly says, uh-huh.
No, because I can use the Sky's Self, or not Sky's Self, but I can use Hidden Step, and I can just go completely invisible.
If you roll a good enough stealth check, don't forget
that's
there's Romulus as well.
Yeah, that's... And it isn't a gathering of...
You are cutting in and out really bad.
I will be right back. I'm gonna try to disconnect and reconnect.
I'm gonna be right back as well, because I need to go to the restroom again. It might have been a bad idea to have a glass of mead, a whole thing of coffee, and a whole thing of tea. Be right back.